So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to the Nothing Phone 2, taking on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let's begin with a boot up in 3, 2, go. Now keep in mind the Nothing Phone 2 is kind of a newer player in the market here, and they do have themselves a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 CPU. It's funny because a lot of the upgrades that came to the iPhone 15 Pro Max were already present in phones like the Nothing Phone 2, in that a comfortable design, lightweight, feels good. And if I'm not mistaken, was that the Nothing Phone that just booted up quicker? I have to tell you, they've been doing their updates on here. They listen to the community of Nothing Phone users, and I'm telling you right now, I might have been wrong when I said that the the OnePlus Open was the smoothest Android phone I used this year. I don't know about all that business, because this Nothing Phone 2 is ridiculous. You're going to see in this video. Okay, so from a biometric standpoint, we do have Face ID. We know that already. That's like been said 1,000 times already. But the cool thing about the Nothing Phone 2, if you haven't seen this phone, is it has a fingerprint sensor that kind of looks like a little Touch ID. And it's very quick to unlock. It has a really nice animation, and pay attention to the speed test, because what you're gonna see is the speed of animations with Nothing Phone are just incredible. Also, you see the face unlock down here at the bottom, right in. However, this face unlock is easily fooled because it's not, it's just the camera. So you can probably fool this with a picture or something like that. So I wouldn't use this as your main security mechanism. Use the in-display fingerprint sensor there. I do think though that any Android phone that does have an in-display fingerprint sensor is potentially faster in the speed department to unlock though. But the Face ID is still on another level when it comes to convenience and biometric authentication. Okay, so for the general performance, we're looking at 17.1 over here, and you'll see very smooth on the iPhone. We do have the control center up there. Just a grid of icons, some widgets, and you'll see very smooth nonetheless. Now on the Nothing Phone 2 over here, Nothing OS, let's see which OS we have in here. We'll go into settings, we'll go to about phone, and you'll see right here, Nothing OS 2.0.3. Now this is running on the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, but I have the 12 gig of RAM version. I believe there might be an 8 gig of RAM version, but I went with the 12 gig. And scrolling through this OS is incredibly snappy and fast. But not only that, they have really good animation. So check this out, just kind of like iOS, you'll see incredibly smooth animations on here. This is like some of the best I've seen on Android phones on the market today. So definitely really feeling the Nothing Phone 2 when it comes to just sheer optimization. It's pretty darn great, even though it doesn't have the latest Snapdragon Gen 2 or even Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. I'm just excited to see where this phone company is taking things. It's really nice. Okay, so here we are at the app test. You can see everything is closed out for both of these devices. Let's begin with calendar, and you can see that's faster for the iPhone. Still loading up there. Swiping out of there, we'll go into clock. I think that might have been the iPhone. It's tough to see that animation. Slow it down, let me know. Go into stopwatch, and we'll go into alarms. Set up out of there, we'll go into weather. That was the Nothing Phone. Set up out of there. We'll go into calculator. I think that was iPhone. Let's go into Play Store, App Store. Faster on the left. We'll go into games. Faster on the Nothing Phone. Set up out of there. We'll go into Groupon. Faster on the Nothing Phone. Categories, faster on the Nothing Phone. We'll hit things to do. That's faster on the iPhone. And let's go here. I missed that one. Let's do another one. Let's do this one right here. Faster on the Nothing Phone. We'll go into Twitter or X. Elon wouldn't be happy about me calling it Twitter. We'll go over here to, you'll see right there on the right. So the Nothing Phone, incredibly quick, even though it has the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. It's really not making a major difference. That's faster on the right. It can stack up easily against this iPhone 15 Pro Max, and you'll save yourself several $100s. So of course your resale value is not going to be even close, but if you just want to save money and have a really nice new different experience, you probably would really like the Nothing Phone. Nothing Phone kind of feels like an iPhone as well in terms of the shape and the size, while not having a huge pill. It just has the camera cut out right there. Bezels are thicker now that Apple reduced the bezels, but they're pretty close to the one on the iPhone 15 Plus. I think Starbucks might have been the right eBay. That one's going to the right. Look at Nothing Phone, man. Just opening so many applications. Snappier than the iPhone over here. This phone, I'm telling you guys, this is the real deal right here. Nothing is not playing when it comes to the optimization, the performance of their smartphones. They're going to town there. You know, that's an area that they know consumers care about, and it's really nice to see that they're kind of a newer player in the game, and they already have a phone that can rival things like the 15 Pro Max, Pixel 8 Pro, the Samsung S23 line. This is insane. And you'll see right here, game optimization mode, Subway Surfers loads first on the right. That's insane, man. Let's hit tap to play. And of course, very similar experience, both OLED displays, both large screens. This is so fun. Let's go into Temple Run 2. I love the iPhone 15 Pro Max, but man, this Nothing Phone just puts a smile on my face. Oh my goodness, it just puts a smile on my face because it's so well optimized. And when you watch and you see the updates coming in, you can see that they're definitely paying attention to the community. So if you got a Nothing Phone 2, please share your experience down below. How has it been for you? Are you happy with the phone so far? I will say the only thing I want them to really go to town on is the camera. The camera is good, but it's not great. It kind of reminds me of like, you know, some OnePlus cameras where they're really good, but they just don't beat Samsung and Apple. So if you can really go to town on the camera game, you got nearly a perfect competing smartphone here with Nothing OS being so smooth and quick. Look at this. Look at this. This just loaded PUBG faster. Like, what is going on here? This is so weird. Like, usually no Android phone loads PUBG faster than the iPhone. Let's head up out of there. We'll go on to Geekbench. Faster on the right. That's not optimized properly just yet for the iPhone. Let me bring in my little toy Ford GT right here. And I'm going to go ahead and launch the cameras. I will say too that the Nothing Phone is slightly cooler to the touch, meaning it's not as hot right now as the iPhone. Let's go over here to, it's gonna be a little tough because these phones are a little slippery on the back. 3, 2, go. Faster on iPhone, and iPhone does have a much better camera. So if you are looking for the camera game, that's kind of what you're paying the extra money for too. Oh, okay. Nothing Phone says, shut up, Nick. Give me another chance, my guy. Let's go into camera. Yeah, now pretty quick. Let's see how they operate between those different lenses though. 0.5, 0.6. Not a major difference. Both of them pretty quick when going between the lenses. So overall, I would say in this app test, I think Nothing won this. They opened more of the phones, more of the apps, more snappy, and even in the games. I think it's because that game optimization mode that was coming on. Game mode was coming on. I think it was boosting the performance because this thing it was weird. Like, I never usually see that. So hats off to Nothing for doing that. And look at this. After all of that stuff we just did, barely just sipping some battery, 99%. We started the video with 100%. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the RAM management. So there's the iPhone 15 Pro Max. We're really taking a look at the animations here, and you can see that every time I compare the iPhone, nothing really stands really toe to toe, and the animations like perfectly well. This is one of the strong suits of iOS, but I do think the Nothing Phone stands a better chance than some of the competitors out there. So let's go ahead and take a look at how it looks here, and you can see very smooth animations indeed. They not only fly out smooth, they feel smooth to the touch. It just feels great here. I would say this is probably one of the closest phones on the entire market that matches up with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I mean, let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is something like you're never gonna do, but it just shows the level of animation performance because you won't actually have any choppiness or delay. Now iOS can do that as well. It's one of the only phones that can do that super smooth. But the Nothing Phone 2 here can do that as well. It's not many Android phones that perform that well. The Samsung phones typically get a little choppier under that type of usage. Okay, and our final Geekbench scores are in, and you can see that we have 1,000 points better for the iPhone 15 Pro Max with 3,000 points better on the multi-core score. But you've seen in the actual app launch speeds that the Nothing Phone 2 was really doing quite well. We're going to go in here to Wildlife Extreme, and we're going to go ahead and start this test and see what kind of results we can get for both phones. Okay, and the final scores for Wildlife Extreme are in, and you can see that we are hovering around 21 FPS on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and over here we have 15.69. So in actual gaming performance, we should have a little bit better performance on the iPhone with a lower overall score on the Nothing Phone 2. You can also see that we only dropped 1% battery. Over here, it looks like we dropped 0 battery, and in frame rates, there was an average between around 11 to 20 FPS, and over here 11 to 32. So better frame rate potential on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and console level games is also a benefit. But overall, I would say that you are really coming out on top with either phone you get this year. You have the glyph interface, which allows you to light up the back on the Nothing Phone 2, and it's a really awesome option in the market. Of course, it's not a super premium 15 Pro Max, but at the same time, I think it did pretty well in this speed test. But now I want to hear what you guys think down below in the comment section of this video. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Nick here. I will catch you all in the next episode, and peace.